Hello everybody and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about this incident that happened about 6 days ago, 5 6 days ago, and it was about the rapper Shiva. Now I'm very into all types of genre of music, obviously drill, and I was obviously listening to Italian rap. I remember I started listening to Italian rap over the pandemic when 2020 pandemic happened, and I was obviously browsing around and I was just listening to all the music, and the Italian drill's the first ever song I came upon, and obviously the first song that popped up was obviously Rondo's song, and then after that Shiva's song. At the time Shiva just dropped Take One out of his four trilogies that he dropped. I think it was Take Two. And then I heard he did a remix to Blueface's Tatiana song, and that was the other song I heard. But this is a very top breaking news, obviously. Shiva was arrested on charges of attempted murder. Now, I don't know how serious attempted murder charges are in Italy. You guys will probably have to let me know about that. But I've heard that obviously I'm pretty sure probably the attempted murder charge is probably gonna be the same as what it is here in America. Usually in America you tend to get probably like a 10-year prison sentence, even though it was something not maybe like a 10 to maybe like a 7 to 10 year prison sentence. I'm eating bacon, so forgive me. So I know it could be something like that. But yeah, so I'm gonna read this article. For those that saw the video too, that saw the whole entire video, knows that what we saw in that video was proof that it is a self-defense situation. Let's just put it like that. Self-defense situation. Clearly, he was minding his business. He got out the car. The two of his guys. I'm assuming it's Shiva. I think Agostino was there too. Because I think that was him coming out the driver's seat of the car. And then one of his other friends that was on the passenger side. So, we all saw the video. Clearly, he got out the back of the car. He was walking into the studio. The two men ran around the side, straight up into the studio, right? But clearly, and then you saw them run back. And I think at the time, obviously that's when Shiva pulled out the gun. I'm not sure if that was in his waistband. That was somebody handed it to him, but gave him the gun, and that's when they saw the guys running. And clearly, when they were running with Shiva was already shooting. And reports also came out that I think the guys actually got hit. I wasn't sure if anybody got hit, but I was like, there's no way. They were right in front of him when he had the gun pointing. So it's like, I'm not sure if he could have gotten away with it because obviously he was shooting the gun. I'm not sure if I wonder if he didn't shoot, would they even would they even like charge him for anything? Because usually they would charge you if you do something like shoot back or whatever, but I'm not sure if they were doing that. But let me move the face cam right down a little bit so you guys can see that Shiva arrested on charges of attempted murder. So it says it was July 11th. So this shooting happened July 11th, which I thought it happened recently, so they arrested him very quickly. But I found that this happened 3 months prior, and they just arrested him. So basically, the recordings. So basically, the recordings just came. The video that happened just came out, and they're giving it to the public right now, which is kind of surprising. So it says Shiva arrested on charge of attempted murder. So it says it happened in July of this year. So it was July 11th when Shiva and a group of his friends were involved in a fight that resulted in a shooting in which a boy was injured, which took place in front of a studio in West Milan. So boy was injured. I'm assuming the boy was probably the one that got. They said one of the boys took like leg shots, because they said that in the news video it showed that there was blood in the area. So obviously Shiva hit one of those boys. He hit him with a leg shot. And at the time of the event, Shiva had commented on the matter, specifically that it was an episode due to continuous challenge towards me and towards my group. You came illegally into my house, tried to take me by surprise, but you escaped and called the police to help you. Shiva then continued by saying that for some time now, he has only been busy with music and creating projects that can help kids escape certain content. He spoke of envy and continuous attempts to unmind him, and underlined that this episode doesn't intimidate me. In fact, it makes me even stronger. So this is obviously the video of where he obviously said this situation and all that other stuff. But wait, if any other music that you want me to react to, please let me know. I'll be down to obviously reacting to certain things. Let me know what you guys want me to react to. I can definitely do that. Then it said right here, 3 months after that episode, she was arrested on charges of attempted murder by agents of the Milan Fly Squad. So is this Fly Squad kind of like a task force? Like, in America we have, let's say not CCPD, where I'm from, the area that I live in, we call it CCPD, but New York as a whole is NYPD. But New York, the NYPD task force, they call it somewhere. They call it something. I forgot what they call it, but it's a specific task force name. Like Jacksonville, Florida got JSO. LA, obviously LAPD. So it's kind of like, and they got Miami PD, MPD. So what is like? So is this yours? Your way of saying like a task force fire with a Milan firearms called MFS. So it said that a rapper is accused of wounding 2 boys in the legs with a gun, who intentionally attacked him, which I assume that it has to do with self-defense. I stand with self-defense. If there's anybody who says, "Oh, this wasn't self-defense," then you guys clearly don't know what the fuck you're talking about. If you have not been in a situation like, I've seen so many cases, I've seen so many videos of people getting attacked and then shooting back, and then they get arrested instead of the other people. We've seen this so many times. And hopefully this is not the case with Shiva, because we all know this was a planned hit. Somebody, either these two boys, either they were waiting outside the studio in a car, and then they ran around the other side. But also, if you guys saw the video, there was a guy, when those 2 boys started running in, there was a guy wearing all white in the background that was also running. I'm not sure if he was an associate of the 2 boys in the black, or if he was just kind of just there to be there, and then he just saw what happened. But yeah, it said right here, they are 2 young people hit by gunshots in the leg. Intentionally, one was an injured boy. Intentionally, one was only injured and had been identified. They have his name. Who, reported by Ilya Gurno, had refused hospitalization because he has suffered a slight abrasion to his leg and had made it known that he did not want to tell anything about what happened. So there they have his name. The second boy then went to Vermicate emergency room with a gunshot wound to the leg and spoke extremely verbally about 5 unknown attackers. So he was saying there was 5 unknown attackers, but we only saw 2. So that's a lie as a whole. Because in the video, I only saw 2. 2 boys ran up. I told you there was one guy in the background that was wearing all white. Maybe he was a 3rd guy, but he didn't do anything. But we saw 2 people. At the scene of the shooting, forensics found a 9.21 caliber shell casings. I wonder if that's always the gun that she would be holding in his music videos. He always had this gun that he would be posting with on in his music videos and stuff. I wonder if that's the gun. It said one of the 2 boys asserted Arenzio or boasted friendship on Instagram with various exponents of Milan Japanese. So they call it Milanese, like Japanese but Milanese trap scene. And investigators immediately understood that the attack, which was a result of a fight and shooting, were linked to the source of feud between Shiva's group and another group. Which obviously we all know Shiva's main op is rondodasosa. We all know that. They've been back and forth. Mostly it's been Rondo and Paki. But obviously it's mostly Rondo and Shiva. But I want to know, does Shiva have any other ops that's not Rondo? Because if it's no other ops, he could just have just straight street beef with guys who are not even rappers. So, but because I'm pretty sure he has rival areas around him and shit. So I wouldn't be surprised. But said, according to investigators, the attack was triggered by a video posted by Shiva in which he mocked one of the members of a rival faction. So we didn't know why. We assumed that it was just an attack to it, just to attack him. It was because he mocked somebody from a rival crew, and they basically took retaliation and tried to, I would assume, to kill him basically. So Shiva is currently being held in San Reti prison. I want to look this up. San Reti. Let's see. We can do this like this. San Reti prison. Here it is right here. This is it right here. This is San Reti prison. Okay. We're not gonna tell you everything about it. That's just the picture. That's where he's being held. So do they not got jails? Is there jails there, prison basically? Like, let me know. I would like to know. So next video we're gonna talk about is this one right here. Let's talk about it. Alright, we're back. So this topic of the video, he said Rondo wants to help Shiva get out of prison. This was uploaded October 27th, the day after Shiva was arrested. He said rondodasosa wants to help Shiva get out of prison. As we know, Shiva is currently detained in the San Reti prison in Milan on charge of attempted murder. Is it just one count of attempted murder, or is it 2 counts? Maybe it's 2 counts, but I know one count, it has to be 1 count because obviously one guy got hit. The other guy technically did get hit too. So according to what was reconstructed by investigators and reported by various newspapers, the attacks suffered by Shiva and his team. So are they trying to say, what is the attacks suffered by Shiva? They're making it sound like he basically attacked them first, when clearly he was attacked first, which then resulted in a fight and shooting on July 11th was apparently planned by a group near rondodasosa. See, I had a feeling that he was going to be brought up in this because I think on his Instagram, Rondo's Instagram, there are people that are obviously in his comments were saying like, "Oh, you planned an attack on Shiva, and that's why he's locked up." You know, obviously it's Shiva, Santana, and Milan Obvious gang, and then Rondo's SSG gang, and obviously Seven Zoo. But Seven Zoo is technically a crew, but you know, police would take it how it is. It said, and as we know, there is no bad blood between Shiva and Rondo. Far from it. The two have disagreed several times in songs and in music videos, and have never made secret of the fact that they have no mutual sympathy. And yet now it seems that Rondo wants to help Shiva solve his legal problems. The San Siro artist published a chat on. Okay. So that's the WhatsApp. That's the WhatsApp video that I saw. Rondo posted something on his IG story of a Snapchat, not Snapchat, of a WhatsApp the message that he got, and this is basically what he was saying. He was saying on his IG stories in which he asked for his help to get him out, and as he saved me, he has my respect. Of course, Rondo's message is vague, but one can guess that Shiva did not mention his name, or did not act, nor did he talk about their rivals and who tried to attack him, especially saving Rondo's ass, who for this reason wants to give him a hand. Have we perhaps reached the end of the rivalry between the two? Technically, I do not see an end to this rivalry. I understand if this is true. If Rondo did try to reach out to Shiva and ask if he wanted his help, then that's a big move for Rondo. I mean, they worked with each other in the past about 2 years ago when Rondo was coming up in the industry. So it's like, you know, this is before, you know, obviously, you know, basically it's giving NBA Youngboy versus Lil Durk, but without the killing of obviously an associate. You know, it's like you once cool because Lil Durk and Youngboy worked on tracks, right? And now the whole King Von situation basically split them apart, and that whole thing had people picking sides. You know, People say NBA YoungBoy is hard to work with. Lil Durk is always willing to work with anybody. You know, Rondo works with people. You know, people work with him. I mean, he has a little bit of rivalries. I think Shiva Ibasa doesn't really fuck with him like that because he obviously works with Shiva. Obviously, at one of his concerts recently, I think it was last night, he was wearing a free Shiva shirt that obviously a lot of rappers were wearing. So yeah. What's this one right here? I see something down here. It says Shiva to the investigating judge. I defended myself from the attack. This was 5 days ago. Can I get this up? Okay, here it is. Are these guns that they found in his home? I know you could carry guns in Italy. Obviously, I know you could carry guns. I've seen guns in people's music videos, that Italian rappers that have obviously watched. So I wonder what is that. This is by the Italian 24 Press News. This was out on Friday of the 27th last week. So Shiva to the investigating judge. I defended myself from an attack. The rapper's version of the shooting at the rival gang that landed him in prison. Basically, he said, I defended myself from an attack. Two approached and hit. Oh, so they did hit him, breaking my jaw. So, you niggas that attempt to attack him. Obviously, I don't condone violence, but like, y'all don't got no weapons. Y'all don't got no guns. Y'all just straight went on foot and just punched the guy. That's your retaliation. A hit to the face. Niggas could take hit to the faces any day. So they broke his jaw. I have a report to prove it. This is, in short, is the defense of the rapper Shiva, born Andrade Aglitio, arrested for attempted murder on July 11th last July in Castigo in Stamatio, Menes. Before the Milan investigation, Judge Savinia Dando, by the judge. So this is a woman? Is this a woman doing it? Yeah, probably. Two young people close to the world of MMA are injured with multiple bullets. So these two guys have ties with MMA. So the MMA fighters. Okay, so with multiple bullet wounds, and the ambush is a part of a dispute in the musical world with Shiva Santana Gang on one side and Rondodasosa 7 Zoo. I want to know if Rondo's being investigated too. Cause I don't think Shiva's gonna be that type of person and just say, "Oh yeah, I know who probably did it. He's probably associated with this gang." I don't think Shiva would go to that level and say something like that, right? I don't think he would. But yeah, it says from what we learned, Shiva, arrested yesterday by the agents of the mobile squad, answered all the questions, showed himself to be collaborative and cooperative, and above all, insisted on explaining that his was a sort of legitimate defense of those who heard surrounding in the courtyard of his recording company by two wrestlers who visibly marked his face as a demonstrated. So these guys were actual fighters, like they were real street fighters that ran up on him and punched him in the face. You don't tell me there would not be no one in the world. You cannot tell me random MMA fighters would just run up on a man and punch him in the face. Especially a popular rapper like Shiva would run up on him and punch him in the face. What the hell are we doing? We know damn well it's not because of, it has to be somebody obviously hired. I don't want to put words in, nobody's mouth, but, we don't have proof that, that obviously, Rondo did anything. We don't have proof that he sent people to do this to this man. It could be anybody. I'm pretty sure Shiva has beef outside of just Rondo. I would not be like I know that he has a lot of ties with a lot of people. Shiva and Rondo both have ties to probably. And didn't I hear before that Rondo was obviously tied to a mafia shooting in the past? So I wouldn't be surprised if he has ties to mafia people that actually with the shits and stuff. So like, come on. So as demonstrated by the medical certification that, together with other documents, the rapper's defense, assisted by the lawyer Daniele Bernoulli, will deliver to request that he leave prison. The attitude of the rapper and of the lawyer himself, which escaped statements that to the press, is to maintain a low profile to avoid negative publicity. after already considerable damage to the young singer's image. But technically, I've seen people kind of over here roast him in his own fucking comment section, saying you want to be gangster and now you're in a situation, begging to be released. I think they were talking about Agostino, one of Shiva's close associates. So they were talking about how he's being all heartbroken about the situation, and he should be heartbroken. I mean, that's his man's right, and then he got targeted and now he's being arrested instead of the other people being instead of police. I'm not sure. I'm putting those police are obviously out here looking for these two guys. Obviously they do have the two guys, but they're refusing to say anything. So yeah, so it says right here, yeah, negative press. Okay, so it said the objective is not media concern, but the attempt of the prosecutor's office to investigate what Shiva calls aggressors and not victims. Yeah, so that's it. That is it. That is it. That is it. That is it. Alrighty guys, so that's gonna be it for this video. If you guys did enjoy this video and you guys want me to react to any videos from Italian beefs to French beefs to anything UK reactions to music videos, I would definitely do that. So if you guys like this video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, comment down below, share this video with your friends to help grow this channel. I really want to help grow this channel. This is a dream of mine to start a YouTube channel, and just please subscribe. Just subscribe. Help me reach my goal of 100. Start with 100 subscribers, and we'll work our way up to 1,000. How about that? So if you guys really do enjoy this video, please don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you out in the next one. Peace out.